What's going on, guys? Kulprit here, and today I thought we'd take a look in this video at the controversial Ballistic shield that we know to be getting pretty soon in the next DLC, which is Dragon's Teeth, coming down the pipeline fairly soon as things start to leak more and more. We're going to get some new footage very soon, apparently through DICE. I wanted to talk a little bit about this, but let me preface first, this is all information from early builds, buggy builds, as we've been told. As far as I know, these guys quote-unquote hacked the CTE client. There was some, imagery and things and stats that they could look through in the code, and they can kind of derive some things, and basically this stuff could change. It could be incorrect. I tried to do the best I could as researching this as I could, but I understand these things could change. The goal here is to kind of give you a flavor, give you an idea, give you kind of how they're painting these things, to give you an idea how we could use it, how you could use it, how other people might, take advantage of it, I suppose, and just see where it might fit in the game. And basically, I would love to hear that down in the comments. So if you have any thoughts or impressions based on what I talk about or what you know, or if I missed anything, certainly please post it down in the comments and let me know. So first and foremost, the Ballistic shield will be available to the support class only. You need to obtain 5 savior kills, obtain 20 suppression assists, and destroy 3 explosives. None of this is in a single round. There's usually a qualifier in the code for that is not present here, so these are all cumulative across rounds. Relatively easy, assignment to undo. Probably the 3 explosives might be the hardest, but I'm sure you could figure out a good map and mode to go get that pretty easily. Apparently, there's some dispute on exactly how you're going to load this out. The most prevalent idea seems to be this will be in a gadget slot. You will not be able to use any weapons while this is equipped. They had said that they intended to have a pistol with it, a sidearm, but that's something about the consoles weren't able to handle that. So now this is going to be, if you have the shield up, that's all you have. You're not necessarily defenseless because you will be able to bash the people. Basically melee them, you basically slam the shield into them. That bash will do 120 damage, and it's an insta-kill. Just like the knife, I don't know if there's any real fancy, animation to that. It's literally, I've seen it smash into it, and the person's just probably gonna crumble and die. I'm not crazy about this being a one-hit kill type weapon. I felt like it should have been something like you get hit once, it almost like suppresses you, kind of stuns you, but maybe 2 hits will kill you. I don't know, but I think if you're silly enough to let the thing get that close to you, perhaps you deserve to die. Now the health on the Ballistic shield is listed at 150. I don't know how that damage is going to be broken up, if it's to any type of explosive splash damage or primary, secondary, shotgun pellets. We don't know how that's broken down. I've heard some talk about, it's 150 damage to primary weapons, but we've also heard that it will have some effect upon explosions, but not as much. So, obviously, frag grenade detonates in front of you and the shield is between you. I do feel like it should mitigate some of that damage, whereas an RPG to the face really shouldn't be stopped and you should die. So this is probably where I'm most worried about how they balance this thing. Should it stop some rounds? Yes, it probably should stop some, primary weapon rounds, but there should be some effect to you. Perhaps if someone is shooting your Ballistic shield, you should be suppressed. Your screen should possibly go blurry or shake because you're taking bullets that are hitting you, whether they're hitting your skin or not. I don't know. I just feel like there should be some result to you when you're using this thing, and we'll see. Again, I actually don't have a problem with the Ballistic shield as an idea. I think it has a great opportunity to shake up combat and Battlefield, kind of provide some new wrinkles. It's a tool. It's going to be up to the good players to figure out how to use this. It's all about its execution. It's all about its balance and how useful it is. As per typical DICE, it's probably going to either be OP or useless, and then they'll probably kind of balance it out to make it kind of more of a useful tool. Time will only tell on that. The shield does also have a broken health of 100. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Nobody's exactly sure what that means. But we do know that little glass window in the shield does break, so perhaps that's the threshold of that thing breaking. When you reach 100 damage, that glass will break. It'll kind of indicate to you as a user, hey dude, get out of dodge, your shield's about to break. Apparently there is some kind of an animation, a break animation, where the thing will crumble or probably disappear. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. Apparently, when disarmed, the shield will not go on your back to turtle up, which I thought would be really cool. It'd be cool if you disarm the shield and go to your primary or whatever, and the shield would go on your back. And now suddenly the shield, just as in a passive mode, will actually protect your back. I thought that would be pretty cool, and certainly would add some value. It would cover your 6 for you. But that will not be the case, apparently. It's just going to disappear, just like the mortar or the SUAV or anything like that. The shield is suppressed, so if you do use it, you will not show up on the minimap or anything like that. I suppose there's going to be some audio to it, so even if you're not looking at it, there's probably going to be a telltale audio that you're going to hear somebody smashing. Sure, I sure hope there is. Apparently you can push boats back into the water much faster with this thing. Again, that might be more due to the early build, because like I said, I saw a video with this guy with the Ballistic shield pushing tanks and LAVs around, so that seems like one of those things that they might want to tighten up before it hits release. The range on this thing, which is very important, actually seems to be about, they They had said it's going to be about 1 meter. Seems to be more closer to a 2 meter range. Again, that could be something that they tighten up a little bit, but it's pretty much the same as the knife. So basically, you have to be pretty close into melee range. But you guys do know, with that knife, you can tend to be quite a distance away when that whole animation starts. So I'd like to see it be much closer, obviously. I don't want to see people just running around with this thing. Basically, I mean, if it's 150 damage from a primary weapon, that's an extra 4 or 5 round burst to the guy as he's running down. I keep getting the imagery in my head of, say, lockers on Metro. The guy is running down on you. You're sitting there. You just have the M416. You just have to almost empty out 1 extra burst. Or if you just see the ballistic shield, you should just mag dump. Mag dump the guy. You know, your first 5, 6, 7 bullets are going to hit the shield, explode the shield, and the next couple are going to kill the guy. He's going to have his pants down around his ankles because he's not going to be able to change to his weaponry that quick. Where this is going to get interesting is as people stack up. That guy's going to run around that corner. Perhaps there's a guy with an LMG laying down bipoded in lockers on Metro, as we see so often. The first guy's, okay, guys, follow me. I'm going to go in. I'm going to absorb the first of his damage. You guys try to get up there and get, you know, maybe duck into a doorway or something like that, because it is going to be hard to engage people behind the shield as well. We don't know how grenades and things are going to work out. That's going to really be where this thing is the tell. I've said I would rather see something affect the explosive spam. I don't want the shield to do that. You know, if I see a guy with a shield running at me and I'm smart enough to roll my frag grenade at his feet and you know, place it perfectly, that guy should be dead. I mean, that's how it is. And a 320 to the shield should certainly, at the very least, blow the guy backwards or something. So there's a lot of room for balance here. There's a lot of room for execution. It's going to be really interesting to see how they do it. It's going to be interesting. I'm very intrigued to see how this works. This could be very good for Battlefield combat. This could be a disaster. Like everything, as I always say with new things in Battlefield, I certainly hope they could make it toggleable so that if this does prove to be a disaster, we could just check it off of our servers and not have to deal with it. But that doesn't often happen. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts on this in the comments? I'd love to get a discussion going. And kind of then we could check back here as we get more information, see how accurate or whatever we were, or if just see we're ranting and raving over something that's unnecessary. So like always, guys, thanks so much for your support. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.